beautiful colors.
Welcome back. They are beautiful colors. We're talking about these beautiful flowers here. It smells like spring on the set, even though there's snow still outside. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, thank you.
You're here on Monday, and here you are again. It's great.
I know. It's the only time we get to spend together. So.
I know. Teresa Klein, better known as Teresa the Traveler, joining us again today to talk about something not unrelated, not that it is related rather to what you're here for on Monday. Necklaces that you're selling to help raise money for this very sad situation in Nicaragua.
Yes, the necklaces are to raise money for my trip down there. So, yeah, I'm going to be going there for a week and helping the kids in the dump with Jess and. So I'm doing my own little fundraiser,
If people aren't aware of this, on Monday, Teresa and Jess Rothenberger were on the show talking about a documentary called Gringos in the Garbage. And essentially, it's about a community in Nicaragua, up to 3,000 people that live and work in a garbage dump. And that is their entire existence. And in some ways it's sad, but you say in other ways, it's an interesting experience to see because they're actually living there, they're happy. But it's not it can't be an overly healthy or ideal situation to bring up families.
No, and it's very dangerous too. The kids, they spend half the day in school and half the day in the dump working in very bad conditions. And one of the things I'd like to do is start training some of the people how to make jewelry, because it's nice and safe to make jewelry in a nice safe room and sell it, and so, you know, giving them different career options.
Let's get a close-up, if we can, maybe of these necklaces while we're talking. So you have started this, it's been, what, a few months now since you've started?
Christmas. My mom bought me a necklace making kit at Christmas, and I loved it so much, I went overboard on it and made a ton of necklaces.
And here they are, here's some of them.
And started posting on Facebook, and then people were suggesting I sell them, so I've been, I thought, well, what a great little idea for a fundraiser, and I started selling them, and having people come over to my place with their favorite pendant, and we make a custom necklace around it. And people have also been donating their old jewelry, because a lot of these pieces are reconditioned. So people donate their jewelry. I find it in thrift shops, and then I cut it apart and recreate it with new parts and old parts. And so every necklace is 100% unique and has a story.
And it's a labor of love, obviously, because, you know, there's so many of them, but they take time. But this is going to afford you the opportunity to go down to Nicaragua and make that difference.
Absolutely.
We've got some pictures here of some other pieces. And so people can contact you on Facebook, obviously, if they'd like to help support you, but also this weekend at the Blue Grotto.
I'm going to have them on sale at the Blue Grotto during our showing at 6 o'clock. And I'm also going to be at Harper's Trail Winery. They've allowed me to set up during their wine tasting hours on Sunday from noon till 4. And people can drop in, have a glass of wine, and I'll be making jewelry there. So if they'd like me to custom make something, they can.
Speaking of custom making, let's talk about this one necklace here. Oh, we have
let
to look
me show you
pictures.
this. Can you zoom in on this gorgeous necklace?
We can. Here we go.
Okay, so this is a really special necklace. It's a new technique that I've learned, is gluing a coin onto a pendant. Now, this coin here, this is for my friend Dave Sakaki. He is the person who got me involved in the whole Nicaragua thing in the first place. And during that trip, me, Dave, and Andy, a policeman from Toronto who's been doing a lot in Nicaragua right now, the three of them were all with me at the dump that day. Now, these coins were coins I brought back from me on that trip. So I made the three guys who've inspired me so much, Dave, Jess, and Andy, all these necklaces with a Nicaraguan coin, and it's got a nice little pyramid on it.
That is so cool. They're gonna love them.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's still a surprise. I don't know if any of them are watching
Jess
today.
was wearing his on our interview.
Good,
I gave it to him just before.
Good.
Andy knows there's a surprise and it's in the mail. And if Dave watches the show, it's not gonna be a surprise tomorrow, but if Dave doesn't manage to see it by tomorrow, he'll be surprised as well, because he's coming to the Grotto event.
And the prices of these necklaces are not exorbitant.
No, they range from $15 to $40.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So people can come and buy them at the Blue Grotto, but obviously Facebook as well is probably the best way to get a hold of you if people are interested.
And do I have a minute to tell you about some of the features?
Sure do.
So this harness here is made with wire, and it's cinched at each side so that even if the necklace were to get ripped off you, this bead thing wouldn't come apart and fall over the floor.
Is that right? Interesting.
It would stay. And also the chain here, you open and close it. remember you hate that opening,
Yes.
it hurts. This is so easy to, open and close, and it stays really well.
And guys like that.
Yeah, and
right?
girls too.
Yeah.
And it stays. The pendant is not going to twist. I've created it in such a way that it doesn't turn around the wrong way.
Nice.
You're never going to get the chain coming down there, your clasp. It sits well, and it feels good. Like, all the materials are metal, wood, and rhinestone. I don't like to use the odd acrylic bead, but for most part, no. They're solid and they feel good, and they're not going to wear out on you.
That's awesome. Good
So
for you.
yeah, very well made.
Nice. Good for you. I think this is a great project you're taking on.
Thank you.
All right, we are out of time. Anything else you wanted to add?
No, that is it. Thank you so much for having me.
Glad to have you. You have to come back on again. You're going to have to come back on after you return from Nicaragua as well. Let us know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'd like that for
Yes.
sure. Great thing. Very inspiring that you're doing this. You can get a hold of Teresa on Facebook. Teresa Klein, Teresa the Traveler. And if you would like to see her at the Blue Grotto this weekend or at Harper's Trail as well coming up, great opportunities to learn more. We will take a quick break and we'll be right back. Stay with us.